Please tell the story again, because I never tire of hearing it, about how your father, this investment giant from Detroit, came down here to Atchison in 1941. It's a great story.
Yeah, it is an interesting story. My father was in the investment business, and an account that they had there in Detroit was a distillery who wanted to produce industrial alcohol, and so they needed a copper still. Dad found out that there was a copper still out here with the old Agro plant, and he came out and eventually bought it. I think he paid $75,000 for the company, and he was prepared to take that still back to Detroit and sell it to the company there. Frankly, what happened, I think, was some local people. The one I remembered was True Snowden, and some other people really prevailed upon Dad. They wanted him to stay in Atchison. I'm not sure he would have, but at about that time, Pearl Harbor came along, and the government indicated to Dad that he would rather he not move the distillery, that he come in and get it going again, which my dad did. And my dad had never run a business as such. He was an investment banker, but he was a very unique individual, liked people, ran it well. And believe it or not, in the 5 years that during the war, he became the lowest cost producer of grain alcohol in 136 distilleries that were operating at that time for the war effort.
From novice to expert in 5 years.
In 5 years. And of course, that made it much easier for us to be able to start up the distillery when the war was over, because the price that we could produce alcohol was substantially under what anybody else at that time could produce it for.
What were the war purposes for which alcohol was used?
Gunpowder mostly. I remember most of the alcohol that we produced here was spent to I think Pittsburgh or one of the cities in southern Missouri that needed alcohol, and that's where most of our alcohol went.